Hey there, fifth graders and fifth grade families. So this morning I got a personal request from a few fifth graders. Shout out to Kylie and Kiki. They requested that I upload a new video to help support understanding in volume. So let's kind of go back to basics here. Let us talk about fourth grade for a minute. In the fourth grade, make my marker a little bigger. In the fourth grade, your student learned about finding the area of a rectangle. So let me just briefly kind of walk you through area versus volume, how they're similar and how they're different. So in fourth grade, your student learned that rectangles are two-dimensional figures, meaning that they have two dimensions, one of which is length, the other is width. I always speak to like an area rug. In all of our classrooms, our teachers have area rugs for our kids to sit on. And an area rug covers an area of the floor. Those are two dimensions. When we get into fifth grade and start speaking about three-dimensional figures, like a rectangular prism, please don't judge my drawing. I'm a math teacher, not an artist. It should be like this. Oh, Lord, that does not look good. Hold on. Sorry. Let me make this look a little bit nicer for you guys. There we go. Okay. This is my sad attempt at a three-dimensional figure, a rectangular prism. So the face, or like the side of this prism, is a rectangle. So we know that the dimensions are still length. They still have a width. But the third dimension being brought into this is height. So when we calculate to find the volume of a three-dimensional figure, we have to calculate and multiply all three dimensions. Let me give you a nice fourth grade example of area. Let's say, for example, I have a rectangle and I measured it with my ruler and the width of it is 2 inches and the length is 5 inches. In order to find the area, or like the area that's being covered by something, right? We want to calculate using a formula of length times width. In this case, we have 5 inches times 2 inches. That'll tell me the area of the floor that's being covered is 10 squared inches. Or rewritten as 10 inches squared. Where that squared is coming from is the fact that there's two dimensions, length and width. Now let's get into a fifth grade scenario here. In the fifth grade, we talk about volume. Oops, I don't want that one. And oh my gosh, I did it again. Why does it look like that? Maybe I want this one instead. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. We have volume. And to find the volume or the space within a three-dimensional figure, we can multiply the three dimensions of length, width, and height. I'm going to attempt a three-dimensional rectangular prism again. Please don't laugh or judge. Sorry, folks. Alrighty, so we have a length of, let's say I measured it, and this is 6 feet. In length, my width is 2 feet, and my height is 3 feet. In order to calculate the volume, or the space taken up within the three-dimensional figure, we will multiply all three dimensions. 6 times 2 times 3. That's going to equal 6 times 6 is 36. But 36, don't forget your units. Feet, cubed, or 36 cubic feet. Now, remember how I told you that the units are always squared when it comes to area because they have 2 dimensions? Well, in volume, we'll want to include cubic feet, or that 3 here, to resemble that there are 3 dimensions when we determine the volume of a rectangular prism. Okay? That's like my little background information breakdown here. Now, in 5th grade, your child is going to see a problem that has a composite figure. What a composite figure is that we have 2 3-dimensional figures that are kind of composed and put together here. So in order to find the volume of this entire figure, we first need to determine, well, what's the volume of this first figure? This first figure is 3 inches in height, 5 inches in length, and 2 inches in width. So when I find the volume of this first figure, let's multiply the length, the width, and the height, which is 30, right over here, 30 cubic inches, or inches cubed. Again, cubic inches because we're multiplying with 3 dimensions. All right, now we have a second figure that has a height of 4 inches, a width of 3 inches, and a length of 5 inches. In order to calculate the volume of this figure, let's determine, okay, the length is 3, the width is 5 inches, the height is 4 inches, which in this case, this would be 20 times 3, which equals 60 cubic inches. In order to determine the volume of the whole entire figure, we'll add the volume of figure 1 plus the volume of figure 2 to determine that the total volume is 90 cubic inches. Okay? I hope that this was of some assistance, especially to Kylie and Kiki. Thanks again, guys, for suggesting that I do this video for you guys. All right, good luck with your homework. Don't forget, homework is due on Thursday, and our New York State math testing is next week. All righty, off and away you go.